morning. Good morning and greetings. Do you know it's May? Can you believe it? I hope you had a chance to take in some of this great weather. It's going to get a little hotter this week. But you know, we've been having some storms coming with that too. So do we want the heat or do we want the storms? Well, the storm didn't hit my place last night. I hope it didn't hit yours either. My name is Eric Howell and I'm a program manager at the Urban League Twin Cities. We are very, very excited to be hosting this Urban League Twin Cities virtual job fair. Do you know, for 95 years, the Urban League has been a lighthouse in the Twin Cities for employment services. Yes, even today, we continue with the vision to serve in the areas of job search and career planning, resume and interview assistance, and certification trainings. That's right. I'm going to brag a little bit if you don't mind. We were ranked #1 in the nation amongst other urban leagues with our prestigious IT Institute. You didn't know that, did you? Well, you know it now, where one can receive training and obtain global industry recognized certifications in the ever-growing IT industry. Let's just take a breath on that one right now. On the behalf of our president and CEO, Stephen Belton, and the staff of the Urban League Twin Cities, we welcome you, our audience here on Zoom, as well as our Facebook viewers. Yes, looks like we got our Facebook Live going here today. So today we have 4 companies represented that want to offer you some employment opportunities, and they have jobs available that need to be filled ASAP, as soon as possible. And guess what? The job market is wide open right now for you. So wouldn't it be wonderful to start a new career this year? And these employers are eager to meet new people to satisfy the roles that are open. And that's why you're here today, as the Urban League hopes to connect you with one of these exciting opportunities. So let's get rolling. First, there's a couple of ground rules. I beg you, please keep your microphones and cameras off the entire session. And I ask you to ask questions. You'll see the chat icon located in the Zoom toolbar. And this is where you can speak to the employers and get information on how to reach the employers presenting today. So just plug your questions in, and then what we're going to do at the end of towards the end, after our last presentation, we're going to have a panel discussion. We're going to bring all the employers back, and then our moderator that will be taking care of your questions in the Zoom chat area will be able to ask your question for you. So we have it all planned out and laid out just for you. The 4 companies represented today are North Memorial, Comcast Xfinity, Minneapolis Department of Public Works, and the U.S. Postal Service. So let's get started. Our first presenter is Bree Delliger. She is a talent acquisition partner for North Memorial. Hello, Bree. How are you today?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's great to have you. And North Memorial, unfortunately, I've had to be at that location many times, not for myself personally, but visiting people at the hospital over there in Robbinsdale.
Well, hopefully you had as good as can be expected experiences every time you were there.
Yeah, up and down. You're right. What can you expect at a hospital? But I'll tell you one thing. I got to see the fall season decorations. I got to see the winter season decorations. You guys really do a lot of decorating there. So that sort of gives you the wonderful sort of oasis effect as you're going there to see your sick loved ones. But
yes.
That's how it goes. So you've got some jobs. I know it's been busy with COVID and all types of things. I'm sure you've got a lot of jobs that are available there.
We do. We do. We have many. Yes. So many different options. So many different shifts, different education levels, different experience levels. Yeah, you name it, we have it.
Come one, come all. Come one, come all.
Exactly. Yes.
Well, what we're going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you so that you can share with our wonderful audience all the wonderful opportunities that you have.
Great.
Take it away.
All right, so Lisa unfortunately had an emergency and won't be here for the presentation part, but she's going to try to come back for the panel later. So if you have specific questions that I can't answer, hopefully she'll be able to. So I am the talent acquisition partner for Blaze Health, which is our partnership with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And that supports our North Memorial Health clinics and our hospice and our home care. You can go to the next slide there. So we also have 2 hospitals, the one in Robbinsdale and then our Maple Grove Hospital, which we recently fully bought out. It used to be a partnership with Fairview, but now it is completely North Memorial. North Memorial in Robbinsdale is a level 1 adult trauma center. We also have our pediatric trauma center, comprehensive stroke center, and a level 3 NICU. And then Maple Grove Hospital, we have the most babies in the whole state, year after year after year. If you want to have a baby, come to Maple Grove Hospital. It's not a trauma hospital, but of course we do have the level 3 NICU, as you might expect, with all the babies, and one of the higher volumes in the state of robotic surgeries. So lots of exciting technology. Next slide. At Blaze Health, like I mentioned, that I support, we've got 25 clinics all over the metro, and we serve primary care, urgency centers, express care, and then specialty, for example, with our cancer center, infectious disease, rheumatology, all kinds. You'll see it showing up as North Memorial Health Clinics, but Blaze Health is our official brand, and we'll be rolling out some specific branding in the future. It is, as I mentioned, a partnership with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, hoping to cut through the nonsense of healthcare and insurance. I don't think that's our official tagline, but that's basically what we do. And then we also have our ambulance service and air care, 126 across Minnesota and Wisconsin. We've got 9 helicopters with 7 different bases, both in the metro and in greater Minnesota and greater Wisconsin. And then we've just partnered with Airbus, and we'll be welcoming 2 new helicopters in the next couple of years. Next slide. So you can see all of the different areas that we cover with Blaze Health. We will also be opening a brand new, very fancy, state-of-the-art clinic in Blaine come October, and that will be expanded to encompass our current Blaine clinics, as well as increase in elder care and geriatric care. Next slide. We have so many different types of positions, so many, all kinds. As you can see, here are a few of our hot jobs, as we call them. And as I mentioned, a lot of these have, varying education, varying experience requirements. Some of them have no experience required at all. You can just come straight in from high school and do these roles. The biggest thing, I think, and I think throughout really all of our interviews and all of our onboarding and everything, we're looking for people who are customer service minded. Our customers, which is what we call our patients, are the most important thing. They are why we show up. They are why we do what we do. We want to make sure that they have the best experience that they can have in possibly what is a very difficult situation. We want to be there for them. Next slide. Our shared services, these are our non-clinical roles, for example, human resources, which I am in, but also our welcome center when people come in. And then of course, everything that supports running hospitals, running clinics. We need IT, we need finance, we've got to pay our people, we've got to send out bills. We have a foundation as well that provides support both to our team members and to the community. And we show up in a lot of different ways. So you don't necessarily have to have a medical background in order to work at North Memorial. Next slide. And next slide. So at Maple Grove Hospital, you can see all of the different areas that we have here. It really runs the gamut. Obviously, the Family Birth Center is sort of our crown jewel there. Like I said, so many babies, but there's a lot of other stuff going on there as well. Next slide. And then this is where we have some of our specialty care and some of our trauma. As I mentioned, we are a level 1 trauma unit, and we see it. We definitely see it. People are flown in to North Memorial in order to get treatment, and it's something that we really excel at. Next slide. Our oncology, as I mentioned, we have our cancer center, which is part of Blaze Health, but North Memorial also has oncology, medical and surgical, and we've got infusions and chemotherapy. Also, kind of complications that come from gastrointestinal surgeries show up in this floor. Next slide. And then we have so many additional units. We like to say that we are small but mighty. We are a standalone organization, which means we're not part of a larger healthcare system, but we do a lot. We have a lot going on, and we're able to provide that level of focus and that level of care because we are an independent system. Next slide. And then, as I mentioned, hospice is a part of Blaze Health, but any unit can take care of palliative and hospice patients. So they really work together as a team in order to make sure that end-of-life care is as respectful and comprehensive as we can provide to our customers. Next slide. We also have both adult and pediatric med-surg, adults of all ages, but also our pediatrics, both NICU and children. We don't have a ton of pediatric, but we have specific child life specialists that help us take care of our pediatric customers. And then, of course, we have many wonderful toys that we do have for our pediatric customers. Next slide. Next slide. We have been creating some pathways. As I mentioned, we have a lot of openings right now, but we are looking to both grow our own and also help provide internal promotion opportunities. So we've just created our ambulance services pathway, which is specific to EMTs, and that's both for Metro and outstate. So we provide training and certification for EMTs, as well as the opportunity to go from an EMT to a paramedic. We've just started our pharmacy technician program, which is a really exciting program for internal team members, where they can learn about being a pharmacy tech while still working in their current jobs at North Memorial. So provides a pathway to promotion. And then we also have a Peri-Op 101 course for our current registered nurses. And we have some partnerships with schools in the Twin Cities for our IT internships. This is something that Lisa can talk about in the future. She's our new talent strategist, and she's putting together more and more programs and more partnerships with community organizations and schools. Next slide. And next slide. So we have a website, and we have 3 different portals there, one for Maple Grove Hospital, one for North Memorial, and one for Blaze Health. Anything that is interesting to you, whether it is title or you're looking for a specific amount of hours or a specific shift, or you really want to work with kids, all of those things you can search for on those different portals. When you apply, we review them by hand. No robots here. I will look at all of the applications. So you can be assured that a real human being is going to be looking at your applications. We reach out to people who meet the minimum qualifications to set up phone interviews to do a screening for basic questions, basic knowledge. And then we have been doing mostly virtual interviews via Microsoft Teams since the pandemic started, but we'll have a couple that are in person as well, masked, of course. And then our hiring managers, our hiring leaders, are the ones who make the ultimate decision to do the hires. Next slide. We look for experience, that's very important, but we look for education as well. As I mentioned, customer service is a huge part of our core values, and that can come in almost any job. So really being able to highlight what you've done that supports customer service and that supports that customer-minded attitude is very important. We want to see any job that you've had, but we also want to see any volunteer experience that you've had. Or if you've gone through community organization training, definitely be sure to list it, because that's incredibly valuable. We know what companies like Urban League provide, and we know the kinds of opportunities that come from that. So if it's not on there, we don't know you did it. So make sure you put it on there so that we know. Next slide. We have a vast array of benefits, I think pretty standard for any healthcare system. We do have the medical, dental, vision, 401k for retirement. We offer tuition reimbursement as well as educational development money. So you don't necessarily have to be going to college to get that reimbursement. You can go to conferences or do certifications, things like that. And then we have a specific team that focuses on resilience for our employees. As you can imagine, the past couple of years in healthcare have been rough, and we acknowledge that, we know that, and we want to make sure that we're able to support the whole being of our employees, because the work that they do is incredibly important, and it's draining and it's tough. So we want to make sure that we can support folks moving forward. And then, as I mentioned, we really do quite a lot of promotion from within, both through our pathway programs and also through education and other job shadowing opportunities. So I would say, I'd have to double check our numbers, but in the last year, probably about 30% of our hires were from internal candidates. Next slide. Questions will come to the panel, but my contact information is also in the chat. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always happy to talk to people who are interested. Thank you.
Bree, oh my goodness. When you said you have a boatload of job opportunities, you weren't kidding.
You are right. We have hired 700 people in 2022, and it's only May.
That is great. That's wonderful.
Yes.
That's wonderful. But you have many more positions to fill. So
yes.
you heard what Bree had to say. She's got jobs in all types of areas. If you want to work for the medical systems, there you go, right there. Thank you, Bree. We'll see you in a bit.
Great.
Be sure to jot down your information or your questions for Bree in chat, and we will make sure that she gets those questions at our panel discussion at the end, as well as all of our presenters. We are getting ready for our next presenter, but before we do that, I just want to talk about the world of virtual. We are virtual right now. Many of you perhaps know people or have or currently are working from home, and you have, or you're in a hybrid model where you're able to work partially in the building and partially at home. There's still going to be jobs that are available that are going to say, we don't want you to come in and meet with us face to face for the interview. We want to do it virtually. And with COVID numbers again starting to rise and the virus is starting to spread again and such, you'll probably see this happen again and again, where when you do apply and interview, that may be on a platform like this. And I've heard some horror stories that's happened with platforms like this, where either the person comes and they're dressed in their sweats and almost like in their pajamas for the interview, because it's like, well, I'm at home, I'm relaxed, I could just do what I want to do. That's the way I do it. I'm coming in my Mickey Mouse pajamas. That's not cool. So here's a tip for you. Treat virtual interviews just like you are in person with the people that are interviewing you. So depending upon the type of role that you are applying for, you want to dress appropriately for that. Don't come with, a comb stuck in your hair and all types of stuff. You want to be professional in all aspects because they're looking at that. And you see, and they have stories. And some of these people here that are presenting in the HR department probably have some stories that they laugh about after their interviews as well. So you want to dress professionally according to the job market that you are applying for. Of course, you're not going to come in a three-piece suit, gentlemen, for a cashier job, right? So you want to dress appropriately, but you still want to look professional. That's a tip. We've got more tips coming along the way. Today's topic for tips is virtual interviews. Our next presenter today is from the wonderful company of Comcast Xfinity. Many of you probably are plugged in right now, or they also say NBC Universal, since I see the NBC sign local behind our presenter today, Marcus Mays, who is a community account representative for Comcast, Xfinity, NBC Universal. How you doing, Marcus?
I'm doing wonderful. So glad to be here. This is great for the community.
Well, thank you. I'm loving it. It looks like you've got a fan behind you, a peacock fan behind your head.
It is. It's the NBC Universal. I'll maybe slide to the side a little bit.
No, it looked great. It looked great. It looked like you're just sort of fanned out there. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't want to.
There we go. In living color.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fan on them. But no, that it's the NBC Universal logo, which is a part of Comcast, which is a part of Xfinity. But I'll talk about that more as we move forward.
Great. Well, I'm excited. And hopefully offline, you and I can speak some more because the Urban League has a partnership with NBC Universal, as you probably well know, in our wonderful world of IT. So we're looking to really have some really strong partnership with this and being able to send many people to you after they graduate from our IT institute. So that's stuff off jargon we could talk offline, but I'm excited to have Comcast here today to represent. So I'm going to give you the floor and the mic. Go for it.
Okay, everyone. Well, my name is Marcus Mays again. I am with Comcast. I have been with Comcast for about 5 years now. I'm newly over to our community account side where I manage our apartment complexes. But for the last 4.5 years, I've been in our residential marketing department in the ops team, actually helping define and develop our technology in our stores as we move towards an untethered experience. So today I'm here to talk about some jobs in a different role, my different capacity. Also within Comcast, we have something which is called DE&I, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we have ERGs, or employee resource groups. So I'm part of our BIN networks. I'm one of the leads in the BIN, which is the Black Employee Network that we have here at Comcast. And so this gives me this opportunity to present to you today. So I just wanted to shout that out. We can move forward with the presentation. So when we look at Comcast, I just really want to go through this really quickly. Our values really are defined just with 4 pillars, which are going to be really integrity. As Bree stated in her last presentation, I mean, we're really looking for people who are customer service minded because our customer experience has to be our best product when we work with our customers. And then the other part of it, we really want to drive our long-term profitable growth. We also have diversity and inclusion. Diversity and inclusion is not just something that we just say, it's really a part of the culture here at Comcast. It's really about giving us the advantage over many, because we know that a more diverse workforce is a more profitable and a more engaged workforce. So, you know, really we want you to, if you come on and you want to come on and become a part of Comcast, really be open to new ideas. And then we need everyone to respect and promote diversity. Community investment. As you hear the partnership that we have with Urban League. I do apologize for coughing, but we do what's really right for our customers and our employees and our communities. We have our Comcast Cares, which is our way of giving back. You guys have probably heard about our lift zones, the hundreds of thousands of lift zones, the millions and millions of dollars that Comcast has given back to our community during these COVID times and during the unrest times, which really is about propping up our communities to really stay connected, because we know that a connected community is a better community. They're going to be more financially responsible. They're going to be more engaged in technology and have more opportunities offered to them, because it's just being connected gives you more of an advantage. So we want to make sure that everyone in our community is connected. And then the last piece I'll go to is just really our environment. We make big things happen when we work together as a team. We lead the game-changing technology, and it's about safety 24/7 in any capacity of any role that we have here at Comcast. You can move forward. So that one thing we want to shout out, anybody that's in the military, we here at Comcast, we're not just military friendly, we are military ready. So we do have ways to actively support our military community by paid time off for your training, flexible positions for spouses of active military, We have a concierge team that's dedicated just to our military team. There's pay differentials, and there's continued benefits while you're out on military leave. And then we also have an internal, our employee research group, our VetNet, which is our employee research group, which I'm a part of also, which is where our veterans come together and we network. We can move forward. Products and services, we can keep moving. So you guys probably all, I just want to touch on it. You guys all know, you can move to the next slide. You guys probably all know our products and services. You guys probably all have Xfinity, or I hope all have Xfinity internet in your homes. It is the best internet out there. But then you also know that we have our TV products. We have a new mobile product, which is saving our customers millions of dollars a year in total cost for mobile. We also have home products. We have a streaming product. I mean, Comcast has everything, and this is all under the Xfinity brand. So you'll see the word Xfinity. This is for our retail space. You'll see these products out there. These are our top-notch products. If you do not have our product and service, please go out and get it. You can move to the next one. So this is just sort of just a piece, so that, and I'm not going to go through all of it, but you'll know that we're broken up Comcast or NBC, NBC Universal. There we go. Okay, it's all one big business. Comcast is our main business. Xfinity is our brand name for our products and our services. And NBC Universal is part of our broadcast, film, and our park systems. So you'll see back there, there's plenty of opportunity. So outside of the opportunity that I'm going to be speaking about today, look at all these many of companies that Comcast owns that you have the opportunity to look at roles that are out there. There are thousands and hundreds of thousands of jobs all across this country in Comcast. So definitely take a screenshot of this if you're watching right now, and look at some of those organizations. And there's some great opportunities out there for people who really want to or looking at opportunities that may not be here just locally here in the Twin Cities. We can move forward. So we just can't provide the best customer experience without providing the best employee experience. That is a model that we have, the same way that we say that customer experience is our #1 product, employee experience is the second product, because we know happy employees make happy customers. You can move forward. So here at Comcast, under our careers, what we do offer is we offer our employees a variety of development courses through what we have an internal university called Comcast University. We also offer tuition reimbursement and so much more. We have programs that you can take online in order to get certified in business, in marketing. Anything that you're looking for, Comcast will provide to you, because the development of our people is a way for our company to develop. Our eligible employees have the opportunity to participate in what was called Career Advance. And this Career Advance is a program that really increases skills, and it really is about a networking opportunity and giving you different experiences outside of your normal 9-to-5 job to get you ready for the next role that you may want to go into. So this program has been a great success, and you'll see below, and I just threw that out there, that nearly 85% of the leaders that we have within Comcast have been promoted within. So it's not just about getting a job at Comcast, it's really about getting a career. We can move forward. So benefits, or what we call Live Well, we really have a strong benefit package if you come on board here at Comcast. Benefits begin day one. So the medical, your dental, and your vision are available day one. You sign up for them day one, as well as your courtesy services. As being a Comcast employee, your courtesy services start day one. You'll have access to a personal health assistant day one that'll help you make an informed decision. We have state-of-the-art care, so we have access to our doctors on demand. You get second opinion and centers of excellence that we have internally in order to make sure that your health is being taken care of. We have counseling services. You can jumpstart your saving. Comcast has a great and a generous company match 401k program. Right now it's at 9%, which is absolutely insane. Okay, 9%. So that means that every check you could be putting up, 18% of your check can be going into your 401k, which really sets you up for where you may want to go in your future, or just set you up for retirement. You do also get opportunities for discounted stock options. I'm telling you, I think I'm getting rich off this discounted stock options. Come on board. You do get complimentary finance counseling services here, because we really, it's about our employees living well. And so part of living well is making sure that financially you feel well, financially you have the tools in order for you to live well. And I'll move on, but we have life milestone benefits. So we do have maternity and paternity leave. And I believe it's like 120 days. It's 120 days for both husband and wife to be off. It's a great benefit. Life insurance, disability, adoption assistance, child and elder care resources. I mean, anything that you can think of at Comcast, we have a resource group that is dedicated to making sure that all of those things have been covered, so that you don't have to worry. You can focus on your job and know exactly that you're preparing for your future, and that you're not going to have any issues, and hopefully not have any issues, or take care of any issues that you may have with your health. All that stuff starts day one. So it's just one more great thing about working at Comcast. We can move forward. The other perks and entertainment that you get, as I said before, you get free and unlimited entertainment. So you get services, you get TV, internet, you can get voice, you can get home, all of that by working Comcast. I'm telling you, my bill when I had left Comcast before I came back, and my bill was about $300. So it is true that on average, people are saving between $3,000 and $4,000 a year just by working at Comcast and services. You also get to take advantage, and I took advantage of them this year. My grandson turned 11, so we took him down to Universal Studios, and we were able to enjoy my 4 free tickets. You get those every single year. You also save 30% on on-site hotels at any Universal property, or included in vacation packages. You also get just everyday savings. Comcast has a website, and we have an employee's perks, and we get discounted prices on nearly all kind of products and services. I think it's much more than 800. I think it should say 8,000 products and services, but it's so many products and services that you can just continue to save. This is all part of the perks of being a Comcast NBC Universal employee. We can move forward. So I just want to, I don't know if I have enough time. This is just about a minute video. If he wants to click on it real quick, this is going to be a realistic job preview of what our residential technicians that we're hiring for right now look like. Let's click the video. If the video is not working, I can send that link out. We can send that link out into the chat, and we can move forward if you can't get that link to work.
Let's go ahead and advance to the next slide.
Yep. Well, and while they're working on that, I mean, the job that we have available right now is our residential technician, which is out here. There's a $2,000 hiring bonus going on right now. We are the residential technician, and I'll wait here just so I won't go ahead. Can we advance to the next slide? Yeah, they can't see the video. You may have to.
It looks like it might have stuck.
Yeah,
producer, if you, oh, here we go. There we go.
Okay, so and as I was speaking, we have the residential technician position. I see that my HR partner Deanna McCants has just thrown in a link to the job site. All of our technicians will participate in a 90-day paid training. Your training normally, and it really does just take place during Monday through Friday during normal business hours. And really participating in training is really key to your success to grow at Comcast, because it's going to really give you the start of Comcast, give you the foundation of where what your job role is, all the function of your job. It'll get you really. I tell everyone the 90 days is a great period to really glean and take on as much as you can, and you will really be successful here at Comcast. The beginning pay for this job is at $16 an hour right now, but there's also quarterly bonuses. You get annual bonuses on top of that. So it's really pretty, I mean, it's at $16 an hour, but there is more opportunity throughout the year that you'll end up getting about 4 bonuses throughout the year that will complement that. We can move forward. So just daily details, really the schedules, once you come out of training, following your training, the schedule will be based on the needs of our customers. In this role, our customers, we have to be available 7 days a week because our customers are always connected, and we have customers constantly either connecting or moving services. So we have to be available 7 days a week. So a typical shift after training will normally be like a Sunday through a Wednesday from 7:30 to 6:30, or it'll be a Wednesday through a Saturday. So when you look at that, you'll still get 2 days off. You'll either have a Friday, Saturday off, or you'll end up having a Sunday, Monday off. We will need our employees to be able to work either shift schedule. We can't guarantee one, but I promise you they're going to do their best to give you the best options that are out there. Comcast really supports your success, so we'll provide you the tools you need. Part of those tools in this role will be the company vehicle that you'll get. So just make sure that your driver's license is intact. You'll also get an iPad. You'll get an iPhone. We also provide uniforms. And because this position is an external position where you'll be in different type of weathers, we'll provide boots, and you'll have all the best cutting edge software. So it's really, once you get into this role, even though the role is a technical role and you'll be doing some installations, you'll be learning new tools and services, which will keep moving you toward where we want all of our Comcast employees to be, which are technical experts. And so this will move you to any role that you choose outside of this role with Comcast. We can move forward. The keys for success, and I think this is just really about, just not outside of Comcast, it's really going to be with any company you guys choose to look for employment is really, you got to have a passion for customer experience, and you really have to have a passion and want to grow internally, which means you're going to be talking about the things that you would like to do with your leaders, and your leaders are going to be helping you move up and get to the places that you want to. We'll also enjoy problem solving. You have to enjoy problem solving and the skills. You just know our products and services. You'll become an expert, really be engaged, and be on time. I've never seen anybody get let go from Comcast unless you just don't come to work. So be on time and dependable. You can move next. And I think that's the end of it. So it's really about, if you're looking for a career to grow, if you're looking for an opportunity to network across and learn different facets of an organization, please click the link that was put into the chat, and we would be happy to have you on board here at Comcast.
Wow, Marcus, oh my gosh. So if you don't use your tickets to Universal this year, can I have them?
You have to bring.
Are they transferable?
You have to bring your job badge when you're down there. So yeah, I don't know if you look like that. We can try.
Let's see, do we look alike at all? Let's see if I put some glasses on. Thank you, Marcus. Wow, what a phenomenal. We'll see you in a bit at our panel discussion. What a phenomenal benefits package. Oh my goodness. Wow. 18% 401k. Oh.
Eric, you're muted.
Eric, you hit your mute button.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I was just saying, if it's wonderful things. If you saw me fanning, it's like, what was he fanning? I was thinking about that 18% 401k. But
it made me get hot all over again, Eric. It made me get hot again thinking about it.
So I'm just saying, it's you have any questions? Marcus' information is in there, and please today, while he's on the line, you can ask questions as well. So write it in the chat. We are going to move right along to our next presenter, which is good old Monique Fish, who has been with us before. Welcome back, Monique. She is the program coordinator for the Minneapolis Department of Public Works. They've got it going on. They have it really going on. You guys still have it going on over there?
We sure do.
So if you are into the trades and public service and public works and such, oh my gosh, Monique's going to tell you all about it. So I'm going to be quiet and get out of her way so she can take it over. Go ahead, Monique.
Thank you so much. So again, my name is Monique Fish, and I am with the city of Minneapolis, specifically with Public Works, which is the largest department in the city of Minneapolis, employing over 1,000 of our jobs at the city of Minneapolis. So today we're going to focus on 2 of those positions within this department, but there are many jobs available at the website that's listed on the screen across the enterprise. So if you are looking for a government job in Minneapolis with great benefits and want to join our team, please look at all of these opportunities. So first, we're going to be talking about our auto mechanic trainee position, which is open for application right now, as well as our public works service worker 1 position. Both of these positions are opened for the next couple of weeks during the month of May, and are wonderful opportunities to start your career with Minneapolis Public Works. Slide. So all of these positions have opportunities to utilize our full-time, seasonal, and year-round positions that are eligible for benefits. So medical, dental, life insurance, deferred compensation, retirement plans, as well as vacation and sick leave. So both of these positions, you can start to accrue vacation and sick leave right away and use them as your time accrues. These are wonderful opportunities to start your career with a group of people who really care about the residents and businesses within Minneapolis. And these jobs are always somewhere within the city limits of Minneapolis. My contact information, as well as some other resources, are in the chat. So if you'd like to reach out to me about these jobs in the future or any other public works or city of Minneapolis jobs, please feel free to connect with me. Slide. So this next position is a new trainee position that I'm really excited about. This is an auto mechanic trainee position, and this is a great way to jumpstart your career with Minneapolis Public Works. If you are looking to become a licensed auto mechanic, this is the way to do it. We're going to pay for your education and also give you a regular check while you do it. So the qualifications for this position is that you have to be 18 years of age by May 25th, which is our application deadline, have a high school diploma, GED or equivalent, as well as maintain a regular Class D driver's license. Once you get on board, we will assist you with obtaining a CDL Class B license, which you'll need to work as a mechanic in our fleet services division, because you'll be moving those large vehicles around once you get on board with us. And we'll give you 1 year after you were hired to obtain that license. So as I mentioned, you're going to be getting paid a regular wage while you're doing this training position. And you could see our compensation steps listed here. So your first year, you're going to start at that $17.73 and eventually work your way up to start at step 1 and work your way up to step 3 at $26.59. And that's just while you're in the trainee program. Once you promote to an auto mechanic, you're going to have even more opportunities to raise up your hourly wage. So what's really important about these application is that we're having interviews the week of June 13th. So you need to apply by May 25th. When you do that application, make sure to save as often as possible and fill out the information with complete details. You're going to want to include a resume and a cover letter for these positions as well. We're going to have 1 to 2 people per year in this auto mechanic trainee position. And this year will start in July. And then you would be going to St. Paul College to continue your training, which is paid completely by us starting in August of this year. Slide. The other position that we are sharing today is our Public Works Service Worker 1 position. And this is a great opportunity for anyone who already has some experience with construction or maintenance facilities, as well as material handling. So this position is a really large, frequently hired for position in the city of Minneapolis with Public Works. You might have seen this before. We've definitely shared it here on this virtual platform before. We enjoy reaching out to the community to work in these positions, because these are the folks that you see on the street working on our water, our sewers, our garbage guys, maintaining our bridges and our water. These are important positions that perform manual labor and drive trucks and operate equipment to support our Public Works Department with construction and maintenance activities. So the qualifications for these positions are that you have to be 18 years of age by May 31st. That's the application deadline for this position. High school diploma, GED or equivalent, as well as a commercial driver's license class B with no air brake restrictions. As well as 1 year of previous experience in a similar working environment. So if you've done construction, if you have been a sanitation worker before or worked in a similar position, make sure that you really spell that out on your application, because as mentioned before in this series today, there's real people reviewing these applications, and we want to know all the things that you've done that might be relevant to this position. So the starting wage for this Public Works Service Worker position is $26,848 per hour. And there are 4 steps to the position. So once you've been in it, the max wage is $29,461 per hour. And that does not include any shift differentials or supplemental pay that you might get for being on a special job assignment. Slide, please. Important hiring information for the service worker. So there is a physical agility exam that will be happening the week of June 13th. If you are interested in applying for this position, I also put a video link in the chat so you'll know exactly what our physical agility exam is like. It is like a kind of like an obstacle course that you do. It is beneficial to you and to us to make sure that you can handle the physical aspects that might be asked of you along the way. I do like to tell people to review the video so that you know what to expect, but there are not, you won't be doing all of these things in a regular standard 8-hour shift. We'll also be hiring for these positions as soon as possible. So we'll have interviews in June, as well as a practical, which is like our second interview. So if you are going to specific divisions, they may ask you to drive a vehicle or be in a space so that you can test out the working environment. All of the positions that I talked about today have pre-employment checks. So that's a criminal background, a driver's license verification, a drug and alcohol test, and a medical exam. However, we do not want you to disqualify yourself before an employer can. So don't disqualify yourself. We take every case individually. And if we see anything that needs to be discussed, our HR team will reach out to you personally to have those discussions and make sure that we move forward if we can. So make sure that if you have a criminal background or something that you need to discuss, we can have a conversation about that and see if this is a good fit for you. This position for the service worker will be doing our final job offers and onboarding in July. So we're looking to have somebody get started yet this summer and join our team. These positions have multiple opportunities. So looking between 10 and 15 people to fill these slots. So it's not onesie twosies, there's lots of opportunities. If you know somebody who is interested, you can share this information as well, and it's not going to prohibit you from getting the job. So share this with your community, your network, and people interested in these opportunities. Slide. This is a little bit about our application process. Both of these positions are open for application now at this website, which is also in the chat. You could also Google Minneapolis jobs and all of this would pop up. Our auto mechanic trainee position and our public works service worker 1 positions are the ones that we talked about today. As you go to fill out the application, please make sure that you are using clear and complete information. Remember, you can save an application as often as you'd like. So input information and save, input information and save. If you let it go for too long, some of your information could be lost if it's timed out. So make sure you're saving often. Use a good email, save your passwords, and check back often. The email that you use on your application is generally how we will reach out to you for the next steps in the process. So it is really important that you're checking your email and making sure that we didn't reach out to you for next steps. We don't want you to miss out on information that could get you hired in the process. And again, we are a felony-friendly employer. If you had something in your past and you are learned from that opportunity and now are off paper, don't disqualify yourself. Apply for these jobs. It's a great opportunity. Slide. Again, my name is Monique Fish, and I am the workforce coordinator for the City of Minneapolis Public Works, and my information is in the chat. I look forward to connecting with you all, and good luck in your career search.
Thank you, Monique. What wonderful opportunities. I love the paid training. Can you beat that? I don't, you're getting trained and you're getting paid, and not only getting paid, you're getting paid really, really well, almost as if you were in the job. As she said, after you're done with the training, the rates go up. Her information is in the chat. Go ahead, take a picture of it, give her a call, contact her. Meanwhile, if you have questions for her while she is here today, you can certainly ask that as well by putting it in chat. Before we move to our final presenter today, I just want to give you another tip for the virtual interview. One problem that you may have when you've been on these type of platforms where it's video is that you can't see the person's face very well. Something happens, and what happens is that you don't have any type of lighting in front of you. I have light in front of me. I just turned off my light. And you can see me like this and you see a lot of shadows. But if you turn on and have a light in front of you, they can actually see what you look like, and they can see that you're really, really smiling and that things look really, ta-da, that's how I really look. You want to have some type of lighting in front of you. You don't want to have lighting on and back of you. Never sit in front of a window where the sun is shining. Never sit in something behind you that's really, really bright, and don't have light in the front, because what happens is shadows you out and all they will see is a silhouette of you. And at that point, they're already like, oh, we can't even see them, what's up with that? So you want to make sure that you are seen in the front, breathing the light. The best thing to do is position yourself in front of a window. If you position yourself in front of a window and the sun is shining in, that's like having spotlights on you. But again, don't have it behind you shining, but in front of you shining. So just another quick tip for you as you prepare for your virtual interview. Our last and final presenter today, before we go to our panel discussion, is, how many of you get the US mail? I'm looking to see if I got some mail around here I can show you. Everybody's seen mail before, right? We've got US Postal Service. Tashi Lama, he is the workforce planning specialist for the Minnesota and North Dakota district. Hello, Tashi, welcome back.
Hi, Eric, how you doing?
Doing well. You guys are still rocking and rolling out there. You got a lot of positions, don't you?
Yes, we do. We definitely do, especially for the Twin Cities. We're going to have like over 70 positions available right now at the moment where people can apply.
Oh, wow. 70 positions. Well, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let you take the lead right now because people want to hear what you have to offer.
Sure. As you all know, Postal Service used to be called U.S. Postal System, was founded a year older than, what should I say, founded on July 26, 1775, which is a year older than United States. United States was founded on July 6, 1776. So as you can see, United States Postal Service is one of the oldest organizations in the U.S. history. And we have great opportunities there. As you can see, these are all the Postal Service employees. These are not some one models. These are our actual employees. Next slide, please. And as you can see here on this slide, I'll be talking briefly about the position that we currently have. We have rural carrier associate who drives in a rural area and deliver mails. The rural area, you'll be making $19.06 per hour, and then with the years of service, it goes up to $30 per hour. We have city carrier assistant who delivers mail in the city area. You'll start at $18.92 per hour, and then with the years of service, you'll be making about $34 per hour. We do have tractor trailer operator positions available as well, especially for the Twin Cities, for Minneapolis and St. Paul. They starts with $24.70 per hour and it goes up to $33. And last but not the least, the driving position is assistant rural carrier. These are that position's considered a part-time position. Starts with $19.06 per hour, usually delivers mail on Saturday, possibly on Sunday and holidays. These are all our driving position. We do have non-driving positions as well. We have PSE mail processing clerk, the one who works behind the scenes, sorts all the mail, starts with $18.69 per hour and goes up to $33. Same goes with the PSE sales and service associate. Those are the one that you meet on the window of the smaller post office. They starts with $18.69 as well and goes up to $33. If you have like PIV, which is power industrial vehicle license, then you can always apply for a mail handler assistant position as well. Mail handler assistant drives mail within the facility from point A to point B. Does not necessarily have to have a license. We can train you as well once you join in. So these are all of our positions available currently in the state of Minnesota and North Dakota. And as you can see on my left side, we are military friendly organization. We are military spouse friendly organization as well. And as you can see, there are a lot of awards that was awarded to United States Postal Service from 2020 till 2022. Next slide, please. So now I'm going to talk about the requirement and process. In order to apply for a United States Postal Service job, you need to be 18 years of old at the time of appointment or 16 years of old with the high school diploma. You need to be a United States citizen, a permanent resident, or citizen of any American territory. You should be able to pass a criminal background check, drug screening, and medical assessment. Since we are still in the middle of pandemic right now, we have suspended the drug screening at the moment, but once the government announced the pandemic's over, we will resume with the drug screening as well. But for now, it's suspended. We do not want you to go to the hospital at the moment. In order for our inspection service to complete the background check, we need to have a 5-year residency requirement. So there are some exemption for it. And you can get more information about that on our career page. If you're applying for a driving position, you need to have a safe driving record for at least 2 years, going back up to 5 years. And if you are a man born after December 31st, 1959, you should be registered with Selective Service System. And if you do not know whether you have registered on Selective Service System or not, you can always go and check in on their website, which is sss.gov. If you're applying for a tractor trailer operator position, you need to have a commercial driver license A from the state of Minnesota, or if you're applying for North Dakota, then you need to have a CDLA from the state of North Dakota. On top of that, you need to have a minimum experience of driving 7-ton truck or a vehicle equivalent to it, like a 26-passenger bus or more. So these are all of our requirements for the United States Postal Service employment. I'm gonna touch a little bit on the steps to apply. As you all know, or as you might have heard, that our hiring process is kind of regressive. It's time sensitive as well. So the first thing first, and I want to tell you this, a lot of time when you are applying for a job, what you do is you brush up your resume, you dress nice for an interview process, and you might want to impress the interviewer and stuff. But with the Postal Service, we do not require a resume nor there is an interview process unless it's for a tractor trailer operator position. So as you can see, we are taking the burden off from you. All you have to do is follow the process and get hired. First thing first, the application process. It's a substitute for your resume. You have to go to usps.com/careers, and then from there, start your application process. Once you do that, from there, you apply for a job. Once you apply for a job, there'll be an automated email that will be sent to you, which is called a assessment invitation, and you'll have 72 hours to complete it. There's a test associated with it, but it's basic. I would say it's very generic, and then it's common sense questions. It can take up to an hour to complete it. You'll be given 72 hours to complete it. If you do not complete it on time, then you'll be rejected, citing failure to respond. Once you're done with your assessment test and we have your score, you need, in order to get the employment, you need to score 70 or higher. And once we have your score, if you're applying for a driving position, then we'll send you another email called MVR screening. So MVR screening is for the motor vehicle record screening. You'll have 72 hours to complete that as well. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete it. It asks you about your driver license number, your social security number, and your personal details. Once you're done with that, so if you're applying for a tractor trailer operator position, then you need to conduct an interview. But if you are not, then we'll skip that. If you have your good driving record, or if you're not applying for a driving position, the next email that you'll be receiving is conditional job offer and invitation to NACI. Conditional job offer is basically a job offer with the condition that your background has to come clean, your drug screening has to come clean, and you should be cleared with the medical assessment as well. It takes about 10 minutes to complete it, but you'll be provided 72 hours to complete it as well. Same thing with the NACI. NACI is similar to the application process. It will ask you about your 5-year residency, 5-year employment history, 3 people who can refer you, their name, their addresses, their phone numbers as well. If our inspection service requires more information about you, they might give them a call. It takes about an hour to complete it, but you will be given 72 hours. Once you're done with that, then that would be the next step is the fingerprint and I-9 paperwork, the final paperwork process. That's when we meet you for the first time. So someone will contact you and schedule you for the fingerprint and final paperwork. If you're applying for a tractor trailer operator position, then there is an additional step. It's called DOT screening, Department of Transportation. You will have 5 different steps to fill out, or 5 different processes to go through. Once you're done, everything's cleared, and then we'll process your paper. From here, our inspection service will take over. Sorry, our training department will take over, and then they'll send you an email calling you for the orientation. So there'll be an invitation to orientation email. You'll have 2 days of paid orientation. The 3rd day you will start working if it's a non-driving position. If it's a driver's position, then the 3rd day you'll have a driver's training as well. So these are the process to keep in mind. Like I said before, it's all time sensitive. So you'll be given 3 days from the time you get that email to complete most of the steps. And if you fail to complete that within that 72 hours or 3 days, then you will be cited as a failure to respond. So these are the steps to apply for a U.S. Postal Service job. Next slide, please. And as you might have heard, Postal Service, when people talk about the Postal Service employment, they all talk about the benefits. So I'm going to touch a little bit on the benefits as well. So competitive compensation. So basically, we are providing you a competitive pay. And like I said, all of our, regardless of whether you start with RCA or like mail handler assistant or city carrier assistant, they have different entry-level wages. It goes up to 30 plus with the years of service. On top of that, there will be a night differential, which is usually $1 more from the amount of work that's done between 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And on top of that, once you become a career employee, there will be a COLA, which is called a cost of living adjustment, that will be done once a year. So you'll be getting about like from $500 to $1,500 a check annually, along with your wages and stuff. The second thing I want to talk about is the Federal Employee Health Benefit Plan. Unlike many other corporate industries, Federal Employee Health Benefit Plan is one of the great plans. The reason why I said that is 2 years ago, when my wife gave birth to our daughter, I ended up paying only $175. So that was that good. We do have Federal Employee Dental and Vision Insurance Program as well. It's, to be honest, it's not so great, but it's greater than what most of the corporate industries pay. We do have a flexible spending account, which is if you are someone who pays or who goes to a hospital on a regular basis, or who pays a, I got stuck on that. The flexible spending account, if you're someone who goes to a hospital on a regular basis, you will be saving around like 60%, 40 to 60% of it. We do have thrift saving plan, which is similar to 401k, commuter program, and all the other generous holidays. I guess we'll be moving over to a panel discussion after this. So next slide, please. Next slide. All right. In order to apply for a United States Postal Service job, you need to go to usps.com as United States Postal Service /careers. As you can see, that's my contact information. My name is Tashi Lama. I'm the workforce planning specialist for Minnesota North Dakota district. That's my email address and my phone number. So if you have any contact, if you have any questions or anything in regards to the job, you can always send me an email.
Thank you, Tashi. Wonderful U.S. Postal Service, many jobs, great pay, and great benefits as well. Thank you so much. I'm going to ask all of our presenters to come back on, turn on their cameras and mics. We're going to get ready to go into our panel discussion. While they are joining in and getting themselves together, our last tip for a virtual interview is to make sure your background is set up nice to prevent distractions. So you may want to have a wall that's sort of bare if you can. Don't have all your kids on the wall because they're going to be looking at your pictures as opposed to listening to what you say. Don't have your cat and your dogs like walking on the desk and all over the place in the back, and it's like hopping up and down and pouring cereal in the kitchen and those type of things that are distractions that's going to take their eyes off. You want to make sure that they are looking at you and they're talking to you and they hear what you have to say and not what's happening behind you. Because if they get distracted, then, and the next person that they interview has no distractions, then their ears are going to be tuned on that person. And they'll be like, oh, that other person, they look nice and stuff, but I can't remember what they said. So you want to have a successful virtual interview. And speaking of interview, it's time for us to interview our panel. Woo-hoo, I wish I had a little sound bit right there with clapping. But we have Marcus from Xfinity Comcast. We have Bree as well from North Memorial, Tasha from the U.S. Postal Service, Monique from the Department of Public Works, all here. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our moderator, Ray, who has some questions from the community. Ray, take it away.
Yeah, Eric, a question for Marcus with Comcast. Somebody wanted to find out what is the training requirements for somebody who wants to be a technician, the person who installs the cable systems. What kind of requirements do they need to get into that position?
Just a high school diploma and a driver's license. You got a high school diploma and a driver's license and you show up well, I mean, you can get that job. We'll do all the training in-house. So all training for our services and our systems will be done in-house. So you don't need to come in with any technical background. I mean, I definitely want somebody that has a passion for technology, but definitely as long as you have a high school diploma and a driver's license, you are good to go and ready to apply and can get hired at Comcast.
And a quick follow-up to that, is there any particular departmental path that gives someone a chance to get in on the entry level and work their way up?
Yeah, I mean, there's many ways. So, I mean, outside of, and we're here talking, and they asked me to speak about the residential technician job, but also we have our retail store role, which is out there. I'm a community account role. There's also our virtual, that it's totally virtual, but it's our call center that you can work in our loyalty department. So, I mean, I started out, and just to be honest, when I first came to Comcast, my first 4 years, I started out at Comcast as a loyalty supervisor. I left and came back and I went into marketing ops, and now I'm over into the community area. So definitely, if you're looking at the ground floor, our stores, there's a $1,500 hiring bonus right now for anybody wanting to work in any of those store locations also. And if you would like to work virtually and work at home for our call center, that's definitely a great opportunity. And they're doing that. I'm telling you, 85% of our leaders started right there and they've moved up. We got one that started up on a call center, and he's a vice president right now of California.
And one follow-up quick on that. Where do you go to find out what jobs are remote or not?
Yep. So when you go, you would just go to, and I'm actually jumping in. It's called jobs.comcast.com. I'll put that in the chat, but you can go there. There's going to be jobs out there. And I mean, you know, Comcast is not just here regionally, we're all over the country. So if you're looking at expanding or moving to a different location, definitely just go to jobs.comcast.com and go out there and look at all of those jobs. And if you're just searching for remote jobs, just in that search bar, instead of checking the state, just put the word remote in there, and that should pull up all the remote jobs that are available.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, Ray, for our panel?
Oh, question for Monique with the City of Minneapolis Department of Public Works. In terms of the qualifications for the truck driver positions, do you have to have a CDL beforehand, or is that something that goes into the training? Can you kind of clarify that a little bit?
Absolutely. Thank you, Ray. For the position that's available right now, these are requesting a commercial driver's license and 1 year of experience. If you are interested in starting your career without those, we do offer a training position, and those will be open for application towards the end of the year. So right now, these positions require 18 years of age, a commercial driver's license, Class B, and 1 year of experience. Thank you.
And thank you. And a similar type question for Tashi in terms of the truck drivers for the mail carrier positions. Is a Class A or Class B license required to apply for that?
Yes, Class A driver's license is required.
And do you provide training to get that if they don't have that when they apply?
Oh, no.
Okay.
The reason being is there's a safety department, and we have a safety clause that's associated with it. In order to be a tractor trailer operator, you need to have an experience of driving 7-ton truck, like I said before. So that kind of comes on the way when we try to train someone. So that's why the safety department basically said, no, we cannot pay for the training and stuff. So.
And this is for across the board for everybody to respond to in terms of vaccination requirements. Is that somewhat of a stipulation for hiring? And if you're going back into the office, is that a requirement to work for your company?
Let's start with Bree with North Memorial.
Yep, absolutely. We require vaccinations against COVID and influenza during the flu season. We do have exemptions for medical or religious reasons, but we're a healthcare system. Vaccination is important.
Marcus?
Yeah, we don't require vaccinations because you can work at home. Most of our jobs, besides store and technician jobs, you can work at home. You will, especially with safety precautions, you will have to at least certify that you're not sick when you go to work in those positions, just to say, hey, you're self-certifying that you're not sick. But right now we don't have any, and we're on a really what do they call it now? A flexible work schedule. So, I only go into work maybe 1 day a week or 2 days a week. So you'll have that ability too in other roles.
Tashi?
No, we do not require vaccination at all.
And Monique?
We do not require vaccination, but if you are not vaccinated, you do have to test weekly, and you could do that on site at your work site location. So it does require some additional energy to make sure that you can prove that you are negative, but we do not require it. It is encouraged.
Thank you.
And question for Bree in terms of locations. I know there's separate, different locations, but are some of the opportunities accessible by public transportation?
Yes, absolutely. Many, many, many of them are. Lisa, do you want to go into that a little more?
Is Lisa with us?
She was.
Yep,
Oh, there she
sorry
is.
about that.
Oh, there she go.
I was just having a little technical glitch there. Yes, so we do have multiple clinics, I would say, are easily accessible, along with our hospital here in Robbinsdale.
Okay, thank you. And that's all I have at the moment, Eric.
All right, and I will allow Lisa and Bree to respond to the last comment in chat. They're looking for your contact information again. So this is it. Great opportunities. Yes, Bree.
I do have one thing to say. When you are reaching out to employers, please be really mindful about what your email address says and what your email address name says, and sign your emails. Be professional in your communication, because this is your first contact with employers and you want to make a good impression. So if we don't know who you are, if you're, Joe Monkey or something like that, that's not a great impression. It's hard for us to look you up in the system if it's not your real name, and it just makes things less professional.
Thank you for that tip. That is an excellent tip. And it's easy and it's free to change your email, especially with Gmail and Yahoo and all of them. Just create one that is professional, not Lucky Lady or, whatever it may be. Thank you so much. And thank you, all of our presenters today, Tashi Lava with the U.S. Department of Postal Service, Marcus Mays with the Comcast Xfinity, Bree Gallagher, and also Lisa Gleason, who we have just had a chance to meet at this as well with North Memorial, and Monique Fish with the wonderful Minneapolis Department of Public Works. Thank you all again. And we just want to say to everyone here that we at the Urban League Twin Cities also have some positions available as well. We want to share that information with you very quickly as we boil down, and again, just wave at our presenters again for sharing such a wonderful opportunity. Some really great opportunities today were presented. The Urban League Twin Cities, we do have a vast array of services for you as well, on top of jobs that we have that we are actually hiring. All services within our Workforce Solutions intersection is at no cost to you, even attending all of our various classes within our prestigious IT Institute. So I hope you choose the registration option of having a job developer contact you, because they do want to tell you about all the services we provide. If you didn't and have changed your mind, just go ahead and give us a call at 612-302-3100, 612-302-3100, and you will be connected with any one of our amazing job developers. I just want to quickly go over those positions that are available. As you can see on your screen right now, we have a job developer position available. And as you can see there, the contact information, if you want to take a snapshot of that with your camera, you certainly can. And if you would like to see the full job description, you can certainly do that by going to our website at ultcmn.org. But the job developer position is looking for a position that provides job leads to clients, engaging with employers, maintaining a job bank with entry and advanced level openings, and placing program participants in employment. So that's a position that's available. We also have a front desk coordinator. They will run that whole lobby area, sitting at a big, beautiful front desk and taking care of all the traffic that comes in multiple ways and answering the phones as well. And you can see that job description as well. We're also looking for a program manager for the Community Caring for Its Children's program, which is an initiative of helping African-American children in their homes. So a good social service background would really help with that. And again, you can look at our website for the job description, as well as we're looking for a director of the Urban League Twin Cities. They're seeking a research activist who has a passion for social justice to lead our new Center for Social Justice Research Policy and Advocacy Department. Again, these are there. They're going to be part of the Urban League. We are currently working hybrid, 2 days a week in the office and the rest of the time at home. So we've got some wonderful opportunities for you. Check it out. And we just want to say thank you again for attending today's virtual job fair. We are really excited to be able to connect you with these wonderful employers. And if you have any other questions, again, just reach out to us at 612-302-3100 or go to our website, www.ultcmn.org. Again, I'm Eric Hall on behalf of the Urban League Twin Cities. We wish you successful placement in employment in 2022. Be safe and have yourself a great day. Bye now. We'll ask our wonderful production team if they would stay on board for a debrief. We made it.
Yeah.
Good job, Ray. You look like you're getting your flow.
Working on it. I can't get out of this stop share.
Just at the top or wherever it is on you'll see the
Oh,
green.
now my cursor keeps disappearing on me.
Oh, wow.
Let me stop the recording here. I think it stopped.
Oops. Yep, you'll have to.
Yep, I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yep, we sure can, Linda.
Okay. Too funny. You know, you all, I think we might have it for the next one to go live.
Really?
When I went to hit the go live button and the window came up that said